Courageous.
Generation spanning.
Motivational.
A loving, forgiving person.
Poetry in motion.
Brilliant and talented and gifted and God blessed.
Maya Angelou is one of the most sensitive and compassionate people I know. She felt everybody's pain because almost anything that everybody had gone through, at some time in her life, she'd had some experiences with. When people say, I want to be like Maya Angelou, I say, no, you don't. Because you don't want to have to go through all of the hard things that she had to go through.
Maya had the capacity to turn the facts of African American history into poetry. And very few people can do that.
The number of women who came up to her over the course of the years and said to her, you saved my life.
I first encountered her through her work, through I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, which I think is perhaps where most of us came to her work. I think, of how many people, especially with Caged Bird, felt that coming to voice, that for her, the way she narrates, coming to voice after great trauma, I know that that has literally inspired millions of people.
She was not one to get down or to be discouraged or to be lost in a sea of despair.
She had absolutely no tolerance for victims, for people who lived a victim's life.
She demands respect, in a world where women don't always get it.
When somebody said, oh, hello, Maya, she said, we're not yet on those friendly terms. I'm Dr. Angelou. See?
People think about her as writer, poet, and all the rest of that, and she did use her voice to express all of these things, but the extraordinary thing about her was that they weren't just words. They were principles to live by. And she lived it 24/7.
She loved the civil rights movement. She was a strong supporter of Martin Luther King Jr.
She reached out to Nelson Mandela.
She was a Pan-Africanist.
When Kwame Nkrumah became the first president of Ghana, he invited African Americans to return, and Maya did.
She loved people. Sometimes you come in contact with people who love the world, just love the world, love all humanity, but they really don't like people. Maya loved people.
She's adopted thousands, probably millions of people, and millions have adopted her.
Among Maya's many adoptees would be me. She befriended me. And one time I asked her, why are you so nice to me? And she said, you remind me of my brother. And she said, there's nothing you could do about it.
She adopted me without even knowing in her own way. I never even met her because she just had that effect. Some people were born and come through this world with that thing, that special thing, and she had it.
I met her late in her life, very late. At this point, she was already almost a position of a saint, of a living legend. I believe she enjoyed all the experience of meeting each other, painting the portrait, presenting it to the National Portrait Gallery, unveiling it at some point. She was happy, and I'm extremely honored and thrilled to think about that I made Maya Angelou happy in the last months of her life.
You could not help but love Maya Angelou. The U.S. Postal Service does itself a service to identify with her and to celebrate her life.
A little something right there with the stamp, with Maya being on the stamp, to me, that's a great thing that says a lot good about this country and obviously about her.
Everybody needs forgiveness. Everybody needs understanding and love. That's why her poetry, her presence, her image will last forever, just like the stamp says.
Maya Angelou, sui generis. It's one of a kind. God broke the mold when he made her, and we'll miss her. And this stamp is just a small tribute that we have made to a person who is already a legend.
Touched by an angel, Maya Angelou. We, unaccustomed to courage, exiles from delight,
live coiled in shells of loneliness until love leaves its high holy temple
and comes into our sight to liberate us into life.
Love arrives, and in its train come ecstasies.
Old memories of pleasure,
Ancient histories of pain.
Yet if we're bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls.
we're weaned from our timidity.
In the flush of love's light, we dare be brave.
And suddenly we see
That love costs all we are.
And will ever be.
Yet it is only love.
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 love, which sets us free.